Well, I did not start my life thinking that I would be a professor of finance or that I would be dealing with behavioral finance. But I was always interested in the behavior of people, always curious about what makes people tick. My mom used to say, whatever people say, Meir, you must say the opposite. It is useful for someone who is a professor, looking for the arguments that work, the arguments that don't work. Eventually, my interest in human behavior led me to economics, and from that, it led me to finance. And that really is where I made my career and a big chunk of my life. It used to be that people did not have to worry about retirement if they got a job that has a pension attached to it. That is now gone, replaced by defined contributions, 401ks, IRAs. This means just everyday people must know about finance more than ever, and that really is important. And that is also difficult because people get many things wrong. So one of the major advancement during the last 30 years has been the introduction of index funds and asset class funds and their increasing popularity. I think that what they enable people to do is to invest at a low cost in well-diversified portfolios and therefore have more for retirement rather than waste it along the way on brokerage commissions and management fees. I was lucky to be among the small group of people who started behavioral finance long before it had a name. And so my good friend and colleague Hersh Shefrin and I looked at the question of why is it that people like dividends, even though dividends are taxed more heavily than capital gains. We found the answer in psychology, in elements of self-control, that people divide their money into mental accounts and consume from income, like dividends, but they don't like to dip into capital. And so there are now many issues where we look at the behavior of people, behavior that is puzzling in a world where people are rational, but behavior that can be explained in a world where people are normal. Well, I like to say that people have two goals in life. One is not to be poor, and the other is to be rich. And so it is good for us to put our monies in mental accounts, and we can label one the account for not being poor, and the other one the account to be rich. Not to be poor, well, bonds come to mind, insurance comes to mind. Being rich, stocks come to mind, perhaps a lottery ticket from time to time. But, more realistically, we are talking again about retirement, about educating the kids, about leaving money behind when we are gone. And if we can think about these as separate pots of money, separate buckets of money, we can see that we can put the right amounts in each, set the goals for each, and see how we are advancing towards our goals.